Part 1. Before you start writing. Chapter 1. Understand what you're getting yourself into. Being a book editor can be a liability at dinner parties. While I love my work and feel really lucky to be in the book business, sometimes I want to talk about something, anything, other than books. But if you tell 10 people that you edit books for a living, you'll find 9 people who have been secretly wanting to write one. And why not? We all have amazing stories to share. The tragedies we've overcome, the lessons we've learned, and the processes we've developed to help others avoid the pitfalls we encountered along the way. But the thing I hear over and over at these parties and from my clients every day is that most simply don't know where to begin their book journey. If that sounds like you, welcome to the club. As I said in the intro, when I myself first got a bee in my bonnet about becoming a writer of books, I had literally no idea where to begin. The process of a book being born, transforming from a glimmer in a would-be author's eye to a bound object on the bookshelf, was a total mystery to me. I felt like Dorothy, trying to get to the Emerald City without a yellow brick road to follow. Moreover, I was fairly sure that once I got to Oz, the heavily guarded gates were going to require a special knock nobody had taught me. As I said in the introduction, my brilliant idea for cracking the code of the industry was to become part of the industry. I moved to New York City and quickly found a cubicle to call my own at Avon Books, which was then part of the Hearst Book Group. I'd been hired as the editorial assistant to 2 senior editors, and I found myself on the phone with legitimate published authors and highfalutin literary agents on my first day. In essence, I was being paid, very, very little, but I was being paid to learn how the book publishing business operates. While it had its ups and downs, I look back on my time in New York with great fondness. It was a grad school of sorts, teaching me everything I needed to know in order to become skilled at editing books in a variety of genres. When I stepped off the elevator on my first day of work, I knew precious little about how a book went from an idea to a finished product. But 7 years and 3 publishing companies later, I left New York with exactly the knowledge I'd been hoping for. I knew how the industry worked, what it took to get a book published, and how to create an offer no publisher could turn down. And now I have the privilege of sharing that knowledge with you. This chapter is your one-stop orientation to what it means to get a book published, a brief introduction to the industry norms, insider vocabulary, and key players you'll need to know in order to understand the 2 primary publishing models you have to choose from, traditional publishing and self-publishing. I'll give you the lay of the land regarding the time and financial commitments you've got in front of you, and I'll introduce you to some resources you may not know about that could help you bring your book dream into reality more quickly and easily than you might imagine.